Welcome to Visual Basic Calculator. You might be wondering why am I developing another calculator, but the difference between this and the previous one is that I call this advanced calculator. I will start by just playing around the first part of it. You see it's working as expected, and the clear buttons work as well. Can divide. We can do whatever I want to do with it, but just to show you the difference, we have the standard is the standard calculator. Then we can go for the scientific calculator, which is right here. I can always say 56, maybe mode 7 there. That's 2k. Let's clear that. And we can always find the logarithm of 88 there, and we can just do whatever. We can look for maybe 65 binary. That is it right there. So it works like any other calculator. The third part of it is the unit conversion there, which is right here. I've developed 4 units to be converted. So let's say I want to convert this from Celsius to Fahrenheit. All I just need to do is enter data in there. Okay, let's clear it. Let's check with -40. -40 Celsius is always -40. Yeah, that is correct. So let's revise the story. Yeah, that is correct. So guys, what I will do next is just to take you straight into Visual Basic development environment, and I will just develop one with you guys, and you see how to put this kind of program together. Okay, welcome back. We're now in Visual Basic development environment. So the next thing I will do is to add a label right there. That's my label. I will just change the property of that very label. Let me change the style to 3D auto size, make that false, and the back color, I will change the back color to white. There, that's my label right there. And I'll bring this down, just come here to auto align, make that bottom right, and the fonts, let's change the font size as well to bold 12, and the text content inside our very label, let's delete that and just enter a 0 to it. So that's the text content of my label. Okay, I think this font might be a little bit too small. Let's make that 14. Okay, that's fine. The next thing is let's get a button right here. So I have a button right there. Move this down. So I have a button which I will just copy across. But just before I start that, let me add a menu here. Let's come up here and just add a menu. And right there, that's my menu. Okay, the menu is right there. You can just click in there and enter view. And right inside, we call that standard. Okay, and here will be scientific. Right underneath here, I'll call that unit conversion there. Okay, now here let's enter edit, and here we enter help. So what I'll do next is just speed up the development of the interface and get back to you guys. Alright, this is how the interface is looking right now. So what I'll do next is just double click on button 1. Okay, I have my button 1 right there, but instead of using button 1, I'm going to change this to button click. So let me go back into button 1 there, click on the event right here. You see that? So now let's look for the click event. That's the click event right there. You guys can see that. Let's just click that, delete, and that becomes button click. So all of the other buttons, if I select them, I will also change their events to button click. So I'll repeat that for button 3 as well. But before I continue, let me double click on button 1. When I double click on button 1, it now takes me straight to the event that I've just created. So what I would do is just enter as follows: dim and declare, let's say B as button, let's say equals sender. That is the sender right here. So maybe just copy that and dump it there. Then say if label 1.text equals 0, then label 1.text equals b.text. That's the button right there that I've just called the text content inside our button. Else we can always say label 1 equals label 1 plus b.text. So this simple line of code that you guys just see there, what will happen is this very line of code will speed up my program altogether. In fact, it will speed up the whole programming process. So what this simple line of code will do is it will cover all of these buttons. So if I decide to run this very program right now, I can enter 1, 2, 3. You see, I cannot enter anything there. We have an error. That's no problem. Alright, so let's continue. Let me put a space there. So what I need to do is get rid of these equals. Sorry about that. Okay, now let's run it one more time so now you see what happened. So I can have 1, 2, 3. See that? But 4, 5 and so on has nothing because I haven't assigned button click to them. So if I decide to assign button click to the other buttons, 4, let's go for the object of 4 in here, assign button clicks, 5, assign button click as well. So I will now speed this up. Okay, the event button click has been assigned to button 1 to 0 and the decimal button. So if I run this program now, I can always start by saying decimal 9, 6 and so on. You see that? Okay, that's how it works. But the clear button is not working yet, and the equals, none of this works yet. So let's take care of the clear button. So in the case of the clear button, all I just need to do is clear, dump that in there, and I'm going to have to clear but label 3 as well. You might be wondering where's label 3. I have my label 3 right here. Let me show you label 3. Let's come to the property, drop this down so that you guys will be able to see the label tree. Right? Can you see it right here? That's my label tree right there. Okay, I just want to use it as an indicator. So let's continue now. So the next thing I will do right now is you see the equal sign. Or let me complete this clear button as well. I can just copy all of this, copy that, paste that in there. Done. Now with button, the equals button, I would now have another event for arithmetic operators. So maybe I should call that, let's call that event arithmetic. So we call this very button, let's change the event to arithmetic function, underscore function. Alright, so all of the arithmetic symbols plus, let's come to minus, division, they are now arithmetic symbols. Okay, I think I can also use mode, I think exponential as well. Okay, this ones will be using arithmetic symbols. Okay, what I'll then do is double click events that I've just created called arithmetic symbols, arithmetic function, and I'll start by declaring the following variables. Dim f as double, so the data type is double. Let's say dim s as double as well, and let's dim a is for my answer as double, and let's enter dim up as string, and maybe one more, dim n as int 32. But if you're using, if your computer system or your laptop, if it's 64-bit, then you can always change this int 32 to int 64. Alright, so my arithmetic function will start as follows. So let me now dim a local variable ups as button, that's it right there, equals sender. Then f equals, f is my first, is the variable up there, as for any first data that is entered in there, equals label 1 dot text. Alright, I will now continue by saying label 3, let's change that to 3, label 3 equals label 1. Then we now need to get rid of the text content inside label 1, and ops equals operators dot text. So this text inside ops, those are the text content on the buttons right there that you can see, the text content. That's what I'm referring to here. So I now want my label 3 to display whatever I enter in there. So label 3 equals label 3 itself again, and plus, I need a space in between, plus plus again. Okay, so now I've got all my arithmetic operators working. So if I run this program now, let's try it out. So let's try out these codes for these arithmetic operators. So if I say maybe 54, let's go for 54, maybe minus, you can see it right there, it's gone into label. Okay, but the other one, the addition sign, the equal sign, is not working. But apart from that, any of the other arithmetic operators work as expected. Alright, let's go back into the coding area. So the next thing is now that I need to do now is carry out my equals coding. So in there, S equals label 1, because whatever content, whatever value is entered into label 1 is assigned to S, which is the second data you enter. So I'll then say if operator equals, so I now need to specify my operator, that is plus, then A equals F plus S. Now we now need the label 1 equals A and label 3 equals wipe the text content inside label 3. So that is all for the first calculation. All I just do now is copy this, come right down here and enter else if the symbol is minus, that becomes minus. Now else if again, if it's multiply, and this becomes multiply as well. Okay, I would then repeat the same thing, exactly the same thing for the division sign. Paste the division sign in there. Okay, so now let's go for the modulus. Let's move it up so that you can see it. MOD, and this becomes MOD as well. Alright, so the next one, let's go for the exponential and change this to exponential as well. And that'll be all for the equal. So if I run this program right now and say, let's say 3 plus, you can see it right there displayed there, plus maybe 8 there. Let's say 11 mod 5 equal 1, sorry about that, 1, and we can clear that. 78 divided by 6, that's what you get. So the equals sign works as expected, but I now need to get all of this working. The sine, tangent, logarithm, binary and hexadecimal notation, I need to get them working. I believe this is working as well. Let me try that. 45 exponential 5 equals there. Okay, so let's get the rest working now. Okay, let's start with the binary. That's the binary there. So in the case of the binary, I'm going to say dim. Now this, I've already declared n up there, I believe. Yes, it is declared. So let's just say if int 32 dot try label, let's see, that will be label 1 dot text comma n, then label 1 equals convert dot string with the end if there. So that is the code for the binary right there. Sorry, we need to change this to string right there. Okay, that's fine. So if I run this program now, I can always find out the binary of maybe 65. That's it right there. Clear. Let's go for 91 there. Good. That's working as expected too. So the other thing that is remaining now is that of the sign. Let's go for the sign. So we can say A equals math dot sign right there. Look at it. Double click on it. This label 1 and label 1 equals A, and label 3 equals empty. So that's label 3. Change that to 3. And I'll just copy this for the cosine and the tangent as well. Double click on cosine, dump that in there, change this to cosine. Now repeat exactly the same thing for the tangent. Double click on the tangent, paste that in there, change this to tangent. there, done. Oh sorry, tangent, that's it right there, done. So if I run the program, I can always find, I think, let's say 33, that's it, done. Let's say the cosine, the tangent, the hexadecimal is not working yet, so clear that, and let's go back into the program. And we need exactly the same line of code for the logarithm, so let's come in here, double click on logarithm, and just copy all of this, paste it in there, and that's for the logarithm itself, log there. So we can always look for the logarithm maybe of that number 86, that's it right there. Okay, so now the system works as expected, so let's do one more thing to convert it into standard, scientific and unit conversion, but maybe before that I should finish this. Alright, so the first thing is, so I will now start by entering my code for this very component right there, which is a ComboBox. Drop that down and enter these following lines of codes. Okay, so what I want the ComboBox to do is to populate the following text value into the ComboBox, and my form will be reduced to the following size. So if I run the program now, that's what you see, but I cannot get into my other part of the application. Alright, so let's continue and let's make that happen now. So I will now speed up this program. So in there, that will be, those are the lines of code that will carry out all of the temperature conversion, converting kilometers to miles and miles to kilometers. Those are the lines of codes right there, that's sorted. So the next thing that is left for me now is to double click on the scientific and enter as follows. Let's go for me dot height right there equals 423, and me dot width equals 393. So I need to define my button as well. Button, that will be button 18, which is this very button right here. That's button 18, I believe. Yep. Okay, I want to extend it. Dot width equals, make that 238, and label 1 dot width as well. Let's extend that as well, equals 355. So I will repeat the same thing for the other component. So let's repeat the same thing for the unit conversion. So that's for the unit conversion. Now we need to repeat exactly the same thing for the standard right here. So for the standard, double click on the standard, and that is for standard. So if I run this program now, I can always go for scientific. See, it only open up the scientific. If I want to go back to standard, and let's go for unit conversion right there. Select maybe my temperature. Let's find out what Celsius is. That's it. So clear that. The clear button is not working yet, so let's get that working, and the exit button is not working right there. Okay, let's make those happen. So double click on exit and just enter application.exit there. Now the next thing is the clear button for the other one. So we need the name of the ComboBox. Oh no, I need this. I don't need the ComboBox. That's label 2, and this one is textbox 2. So let's just come in here, the clear button, that is label 2.text equals that, and the other one is textbox 2.text. Alright, so those ones are done. Textbox 2, label 2, that's fine. So if I run them again, there's an error. Let's find out where the error is. Okay, equals clear. Good. Sorry about that. That's taken care of now. So we run the program again. Let's go into unit conversion, enter whatever in there, convert that to kilometers. I think maybe I should swap these buttons around. Yeah, why not? This goes there and this comes here. Yeah, that's correct. That's much. That's how it should be. Okay, run the program again, and there. Okay, so convert. That's good. Clear. Alright guys, I think that's everything right now. So the exit button works as well. So that's how you develop an advanced calculator in a Visual Basic program. So I suppose you all enjoy it, but just before I leave, let me show you guys all of the codes. It's not that much for you to take care of. This code is for the buttons, so maybe just let's put a comment there for you. Code for button 1 to 9, 0, and dot. Okay, those are the lines of codes. Alright, and here this is just clear. We have clear here, so I will speed up the commenting, get back to you guys. Okay, let me show you guys the codes again. I've declared my variable. You can see the comments. Code for button 1 to 9, 0, and the decimal button. That's it. Remember, I actually have an event there. Okay, that's the name of my new event that take care of all of the buttons. That's clear. Code for clear. Another code to clear the system. Code for all of the arithmetic operators. Codes for the equals. That's for the calculation of the equal sign. That's it right there. Bring it down again so that you see the rest. Then I have codes for binary, codes for cosine, code for cos, and codes for tangent, code for the logarithm. This code actually populate my ComboBox right there and reduce the font to this size. And this is the code for the temperature conversion, mileage conversion, and so on. And right here I have code to extend to scientific format, code to extend to unit conversion format, code to retract, actually retract not extend, retract to the form standard, code for exit, and code to clear. So this last code to clear is just to clear the content in the unit conversion. Clear unit conversion, label 2 and text box 2, and that's all there is to it. I'll just run the program again for you guys. That's it right there. Okay, 12 multiplied by 12, 140. Okay, scientific mode 7 there. Okay, let's clear that and maybe clear it, and let's go for unit conversion. Convert whatever we want, convert, and that's all there is to this advanced calculator. So I'm gonna call it bye for now. I suppose you all enjoy it.